Hey, Mallory, how's it going? I was planning on making a trip back home next weekend. Do you have any plans?
Hey there, Norm. You're coming back, next weekend?
Well, yeah, I figured that if you were going to be around, that I'd make the trip back to see you. I'm only asking because you go on a ton of trips with your friends. It seems like you're gone every other weekend. There wouldn't be any point in me coming back if you weren't going to be around, so I wanted to make sure you weren't going anywhere before I made any reservations or took any time off of work.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Norm. But you know me, I'm going on another trip next weekend. My friends and I are going to the usual rental house by the lake.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Hope you have a good time.
I'm sorry, Norm. This is the first time I've heard of you making plans to come home.
Nah, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
It's just, well, ever since you got transferred out of the state for work, it's been so quiet around the house that I don't really feel like being home if I can avoid it.
Hey, you've got nothing to feel bad for, Mallory. I'm glad you found something to keep yourself occupied while I'm away. Like I said, I didn't give you very much advance notice, so don't worry about me. You go and have fun with your friends.
Thanks for being so understanding, Norm. Hey, I'm actually at lunch with my friends right now. Is it okay if I put down my phone? I'm sorry to cut you off so suddenly.
Oh, you're with them right now? More bad timing by me, I guess.
It's no problem. I'll talk to you later, Norm.
Hey, Tom, I got a question for you. Go ahead, Norm. I'm all ears. My wife Mallory is going on a vacation next weekend with some friends. You hear anything about that? Ooh, me? Nah, I don't know a thing, bro. Know who she's going with? Whoever it is, it's not me. Ever since I learned she was your wife, I've been keeping our conversations to a bare minimum. Like I only contact her when she contacts me, and whenever she does, I make sure to give you a full report and respond how you tell me to. And even if she tells me that she wants to hang out, I always turn her down, like you told me to. I see. Well then, maybe she's telling the truth and she's going on a trip with her friends. Or perhaps she's got a man other than you. I guess those are the only options. You think so? Look, Tom, really, it's fine. You don't need to feel bad about it anymore. I know that Mallory lied to you and said she was single back when the two of you were dating and you had no idea she was married at all, let alone to me. And now you're even helping me keep tabs on her. I'm really glad to hear you say that, but I still feel really bad about what happened. I told you, you don't need to apologize anymore. I can tell you're sincere about it. Thanks, dude. That really means a lot to me. I'm gonna have the private detective firm I hired do the digging into this trip she's taking next weekend. All I need you to do for me is to keep up the act and act like you don't know that I know about you guys. Most importantly, don't say anything that would make Mallory suspicious. Leave it to me, boss. I won't let you down again. Hey, Mallory, how's your trip going?
Hey, Norm. It's going great. Thanks for asking.
Glad to hear it. What are you up to right now?
Well, we already got set up in the rental house, so now we're getting ready to have some lunch. And we're going to go down to the beach in a little bit, too.
Sounds awesome. Don't have too much fun without me, okay?
Sure thing, Norm. I'll remember to hold back a little for you.
Hey, Tom, got an update. It's like I thought. Mallory has another guy besides you. You found out who it was? Sure did. Apparently the guy is an old classmate of hers from back in high school. I'll bet anything they met up at their class reunion 6 months ago and have been seeing each other ever since. 6 months ago? But wait a second, that's exactly how long she's been seeing me! And not just that, it's been just 7 months since I got stationed over here for work. My God, that woman didn't even wait a month after her husband left the house to start fooling around with a bunch of guys. We also can't leave out the possibility that she has even more guys on the hook that we just don't know about yet. Holy... Wow, I cannot believe how awful my taste in women is. How many dudes is this chick banging right now? You know, no offense, Norm, sorry, but man, that girl is something else. She deceived me, she deceived you. Chances are she's deceiving this other guy as well, Tom. There's no need for you to feel bad or guilty. We're all her victims. Let's just focus on giving her a taste of her just desserts, all right? Yeah, we're gonna absolutely wreck her, dude.
Hey, Tom, do you have a minute? There's something important I need to talk to you about.
Oh, Mallory, haven't heard from you in ages. What's up, babe?
Well, the thing is, I'm pregnant.
What?
And, well, there's one more thing that I need to tell you. I know once I say it, you're gonna think I'm the worst woman in the world, but you deserve to know. The truth is, I'm married. I told you I was single, but my husband's just out of town on business. He's been transferred to a branch out of state for the last 3 months. He hasn't been home since he left. And so, since I haven't seen my husband at all, that means the baby is yours, Tom.
Whoa, that's pretty heavy, babe.
I know, this must be a huge shock for you. But I also want to tell you that you're the one I really love, Tom. And now that I know about this baby, I think the best thing possible to do is tell my husband about us, divorce him, and pay whatever damages he demands from me as soon as possible. Well, the problem is, though, that I only work part-time. I spend most of my day as a housewife, so can you pay my legal bills for me? Please, Tom.
Whoa, what?
I mean, think about it, Tom. Your parents own that fancy French restaurant, right? You should be able to shell out $50,000 or $60,000 like nothing.
I guess you kinda have a point. If it's my kid, I should probably step up and take responsibility and all that, huh?
I'm so glad you understand. Oh, what a relief. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and text my husband to tell him I'm divorcing him. Thanks, Tom. Hi, Norm. We need to talk. It's important.
Mallory? What's the matter? You sound so serious.
I want to get divorced.
What?
Yeah. I've been cheating on you with another guy, and the baby is his.
Another guy?
I'm only 10 weeks along, and since you've been gone for 7 months, that means it couldn't possibly be yours. So I want a divorce. Now. My boyfriend is going to pay all the expenses for the divorce, so please, let's get this over with as quickly as possible. I'll go ahead and pick up all the forms that we'll need in town tomorrow.
You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna divorce you.
What? You're joking, right?
Nope. I'm dead serious, Mallory. This isn't something I'm gonna let you get away with so easily. This is your boyfriend's kid, right? You know, the guy you were cheating on me with? As your husband, I have the right to know who he is, and you're gonna tell me everything I need to know to find him.
But...
Seriously, Mallory, did you really think I'd divorce you quick and easy? Is that how you imagined this conversation happening?
But what's the big deal? My boyfriend is gonna pay whatever you want in damages for breaking up our marriage. Why do you need to know who he is?
You want to know why? I'll tell you. Because the thing I'm most concerned about right now is knowing exactly who is responsible and making sure he gets what's coming to him. This isn't something that you can just make disappear with a big stack of cash. Hey, Tom. Mallory just texted me now saying she wants to divorce. Apparently she's pregnant with her boyfriend's kid. Did you hear anything about that? Yeah, I sure did. She just texted me a little bit before she texted you. She said she was sure the kid's mine, though I'm pretty sure it isn't, and she also admitted that she was married. She also said she was going to divorce her husband and wanted me to pay all of her legal bills for her. Seriously? Good grief. Oh, and for the record, she's trying to keep the father's identity a secret from me. She won't tell me who he is. Huh, that's interesting. I kept trying to pry it out of her, but she wouldn't budge. All she would tell me is that she's in her 10th week of pregnancy, so if that's true, then that means it's definitely not mine, seeing as I haven't seen her in 7 months. Man, 10 weeks. Which brings us to a new problem. There's a possibility that the child might be yours, Tom. Nah, don't worry about that. It ain't mine. You're sure about that? What makes you think that way? If you want, I'll take a DNA test to prove it, but I'm telling you, I'm 100% positive that the kid's not mine. Scratch that, 1000% positive.
Hey, Norm, the results are in. I got the paternity test, and it says that the kid isn't yours. Are you happy now? Is that enough for you? Now come on, divorce me. My boyfriend and I are deeply, truly in love, and we want to get married as soon as possible. You've already kept us waiting a month now. Let's get this over with already. I want a divorce, and I want it now.
Didn't you get a big envelope with paperwork from my lawyer?
Huh?
You'll find all the information you need inside, like how much I'm gonna be suing you for. And as for the divorce itself, I'll take care of that myself today.
Really? You mean it?
Unless I missed something in the paperwork, it seems to be in order, so I'll submit it to the courthouse, and once that's done, you can do whatever you want.
Yes!
Make sure you pay up.
Oh, no problem. You'll get your money. Hey, Tom, I have great news. I finally got divorced from my husband. Now all we need to do is wait for the paperwork to get processed, pay off the damages from my husband's lawsuit, and we'll finally be able to get married. We're gonna have such a great life together. I can't wait to see you holding our little baby.
What are you going on about? I ain't marrying you, you psycho lady.
What? Why not? You're gonna be a daddy. Aren't you excited to see your baby's face?
Nope, not really.
I don't believe you. You can't run away from your responsibilities like this. You're a man, aren't you? Act like one.
Let me ask you something, Mallory. Did you actually open the envelope that got delivered to you?
Huh? I mean, not all of it, I guess. Tom! I thought that was part of the paternity test results. What the hell, Tom? You're infertile?
Yup. And not just any kind of infertile. The you will never, ever, ever, ever have biological children kind.
This can't be.
This may be the first time I've told you, but you remember my parents, right? The ones who you were banking on getting to pay your legal bills for you because they own a fancy French restaurant? Well, I've cut ties with them.
What do you mean?
It all started when I first found out I was infertile.
What happened?
That restaurant's been in my family for generations, and since I was the firstborn son, I was supposed to be the next owner after my dad dies. I was even engaged to a woman who was prepared to take on the responsibility of helping me run it. But both of our parents demanded we get a prenuptial agreement that included a bunch of tests, including STDs, genetic diseases, and fertility. And as you saw, the result came back that I was infertile.
Oh no.
After that, my parents decided to pass the restaurant on to my younger brother, and my fiancée left me too, for my younger brother. I was so disgusted to see how heartless everyone involved turned out to be, including my parents, my ex-fiancée, and my brother. So I disowned them, cut off all contact with them, and left town.
That's insane. Why didn't you ever tell me that?
Nah, I'm pretty sure I told you I don't have a relationship with my family anymore. And as for being infertile, well, we've never talked about marriage, so it never came up. It's kind of funny, actually, just when I was about to finally open up to you about it. An old friend of mine called me up one day and told me something I never saw coming. That you were married to him. And then just a short while later, you come along and tell me I'm the father of your baby.
Is there any chance at all that the test was faulty and that you really aren't infertile?
Nope, I did the test a second time right after the first to confirm it, and the one you're holding in your hands right now is the third one. And they all say the exact same thing. There's a number that should be a very big number, but it's actually close to 0.
Oh.
Which leads us to an unfortunate conclusion, that while your husband was away on business, you were fooling around with at least one other guy in addition to me.
No, you don't understand. That's,
Oh, and there's one more important thing I need to tell you.
What now?
Once I tell you this, I think things are gonna start making a lot more sense. Your husband, Norm, we went to the same high school. He was 1 grade ahead of me.
What?
Not too long after I had left home, I just so happened to run into Norm. This happened just before he got sent out of the state for work. We got to talking and we exchanged contact information. 3 months ago we were talking and I told him, by the way, I managed to get myself a new girlfriend recently. Then I sent him your picture and he said, that's my wife. That was when Norm started going scorched earth on you. He hired a private detective and everything. It didn't take long for them to find out what a slimy, disgusting woman you are. And you're now finally reaping what you've sown.
No. I can't believe it. I had no idea that was going on. Hey, Norm, I changed my mind. I don't want to get divorced after all. So it turns out my baby's father is actually, a penniless loser who would rather play video games all day than go to work. He's up to his eyeballs in debt, and he can barely hold down a job since he calls in sick so often. And I count on someone like him to take care of me and this baby. When I figured that out, I thought I would have Tom be the father instead, but... Answer me, Norm! Norm, please pick up the phone.
A few days later, the next set of paternity results came, and as expected, the child belonged to Mallory's high school classmate. Sadly, though, Mallory wasn't prepared to get married to a chronically unemployed slacker, so the two of them broke up. Also, as expected, Mallory's parents were livid when they heard what she had done. They told her that they weren't going to bail her out and that she'd have to work off her legal debts by herself. So she ended up deciding to go right to work as soon as the baby was born. They even offered to take care of the baby for her while she was at work, which was probably kinder to her than they should have been. Regardless, a few months later, Mallory stormed her way into Tom's parents' house. She started screaming nonsense to them about how they were now on the hook for taking care of her baby and her debt, but unsurprisingly, they didn't oblige her. After that, Mallory's parents realized that she was beyond their help, legally removed the baby from her custody, and had her sent off to a company with employee dorms and a thorough re-education protocol. Not that it's any of my concern anymore, but I hope that company can slap some sense into her. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Maybe after a few months there, she'll learn how to live her life in a way that doesn't damage the lives of everyone who she encounters.
Hey, Travis, is this a good time?
Hey there, Emily. Sure, I'm good right now.
First off, I'm glad to hear you were released from the hospital.
Thanks, it's great to be out.
And you're coming back home tonight, right?
Yep, I'm actually almost at the station already.
That's great.
Yeah, I should be getting there right on schedule at about 4:30.
I'll come and pick you up.
Thanks, Emily.
Seriously, though, collapsing on the job from overwork? That's just insane. When I heard that you were taken to the hospital in an ambulance from your office, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. And that's not even your regular assignment. You were only transferred from the main office temporarily because the branch office was short-staffed. And here I am, your fiancé, unable to come and see you because you're so far away. I feel so bad I haven't been able to support you, Travis.
You don't need to feel bad about anything, Emily. I'm sorry I made you so worried about me, but I'm fine now. I'll be going back to my regular duties at the main office next week, so I'll be able to relax and get back into the swing of things at my own pace. Plus, I think this experience has given me some great insights that the company can use going forward related to creating a positive working environment. So when I think about it, there are actually plenty of silver linings to me being in the hospital.
Oh, Travis, you're such an optimist. Oh, and by the way, there was something my dad wanted to ask you about.
Yeah, what is it?
He wants to know if you have some free time tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't go back to work until next week, so tomorrow should be fine.
Apparently there's something he wants to ask you to do before you go back to your regular job at the main office.
Really? Any idea what it is?
He said he'll give you all the details when he sees you tomorrow. He was planning on meeting up with you for lunch if that worked for you.
Sure, that'll be fine. When should I head over there? Around 11:30 or so?
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll let my dad know you're coming. Excuse me, I'm looking for Travis. Is this the correct number?
Yep, that's me. I presume this is Ms. Butler, right? I'm actually on my lunch break right now, but is there something I can help you with?
My understanding is that this is your very first day working at the main office after being assigned to a branch office, right? And you collapsed from overwork while there?
Yes, that's right. Although to be more precise, it was only a temporary assignment at that branch office.
Temporary?
Yes, I was originally stationed at the main office. For a number of reasons, I was temporarily stationed at the branch office in Fieldsburg for a few months, but boy, I had no idea how heavy the workload was going to be. Right before I was scheduled to end my assignment in Fieldsburg and come back to the main office, well, I kind of just collapsed all of a sudden and was in the hospital for 3 weeks.
I see. However, I don't understand how you could have had that hard of a workload.
Honestly, it was a big surprise to me, too.
If I had to venture a guess, the only reason you were sent to that pathetic little branch in the middle of nowhere was because you were nothing but dead weight at the main office in the first place. That's the only reasonable explanation. Only an incompetent slacker would be overworked in such an unimportant position. Of course, I suppose there's always the possibility that you simply faked your health scare in order to avoid having to do your job.
No, I wasn't faking it. I was actually pretty sick. They wouldn't have kept me there for 3 weeks before releasing me if that weren't the case.
In any case, it seems as though you managed to spend your entire morning simply going around and talking with the heads of each department. Do you really think someone in your low position has any need or reason to do that? I expect you to be doing your actual job in the afternoon. Hey, Travis. Well, it's been a few days. How's it going back at the main office? Are you getting along all right?
Well, let's just say I had a less than pleasant encounter with a colleague.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. What happened?
Do you know a female manager named Butler?
Oh, yeah, I do. She got transferred to the main office from a local branch office around the same time you came back from the hospital. She's actually pretty well known around here for, well, a couple of reasons. First, getting appointed to a high-level managerial position at 38 years old like she was is pretty rare here. So her superiors apparently saw some sort of potential in her. But she also has a rather, how should I put this? Let's call it a strong personality.
Yeah, that sounds about right. To be honest, though, we've been working together in the same office for the last several days, but I haven't really seen anything from her in either her work or personality that would merit her being placed in a high leadership position.
Really? What makes you say that?
So, this is something that happened on my first day back. All I had planned for that day was making the rounds and speaking to the heads of all the departments in the morning, then straightening out my desk and getting things organized in the afternoon. But once I got back from my lunch break, there was this absolute mountain of papers stacked on my desk with a note on top saying, "Get these to me by the end of the day." I mean, really? I hadn't even had the time to turn on my computer yet, so this wasn't something that I was going to be able to get done that day at all. But that wasn't even the worst part. Then I picked up some of the folders and checked their contents. It looks like Butler had started working on a bunch of it, but they were full of spelling mistakes, grammatical errors, miscalculations. It was awful.
Yikes, that's not good.
And the other people in the department were pretending to be working intently on one thing or another, but they weren't actually getting much done. It's like they were putting on a show.
Now that you mention it, I did hear a rumor about your department. Apparently, when you walked into the office this morning, all the other people in the department started trembling. Everyone except for Butler, that is.
I'd imagine that's because I did the unimaginable. The official narrative was that I had been sent over to the Fieldsburg branch as a form of unofficial punishment. No one who gets sent there ever comes back, so it was kind of like they were seeing a ghost.
Yeah, or a zombie or something.
And by the way, don't worry about those guys. I've got my eye on all of them. I even managed to get a couple of apologies out of them for what happened before.
That's my Travis. You work fast.
That's what they pay me for. Still, though, it would be for the best to remain cautious for the foreseeable future.
I can't say I'm surprised, Travis. You put the bare minimum effort required into the assignments you were given and spent the rest of your time playing around on your computer.
Excuse me, Ms. Butler. We work on the same floor, and your desk is barely halfway across the room from mine. Can I ask why you're texting me instead of coming to my desk and speaking to me in person?
Unbelievable. You really don't get that I'm trying to avoid disturbing the other employees?
Nope, I really don't get it. When I saw your text, I assumed that it must have been something urgent, but that doesn't seem to be the case, so what can I do for you?
What happened to the work I left for you earlier this week?
If you're referring to the massive pile of folders you dumped on my desk, none of that is any of my responsibility in the first place, so I passed them along to the people you should have given them to.
You did what?
Furthermore, the number one priority for me for the next several days is the creation of a report from my time over at the Fieldsburg branch. Didn't you get the memo?
Oh, don't patronize me. Of course I got that thing. However, I am the senior manager of this department, and as such, you take your orders from me and no one else. Your number one priority is whatever I tell you it is. Good grief, how incompetent can you be? I can't take it anymore. You're through. I don't need any more old men in my life just taking up space. You're fired.
Old?
You're 32, aren't you? Well, that's old enough for me to call you old.
All right, well, I suppose you're free to see me as being old if you like, but what makes you think you can fire me? Senior managers don't have that sort of authority.
What's that? You think that just because I'm a woman that I have no authority in the company? Oh, let me assure you, someone as elite as myself is more than capable of ending your career. Clear out your desk. You'll receive your pink slip in the mail within the week.
Is that so? Well, that's unfortunate. I got called an old man by a 38-year-old woman.
What? Let me guess, it was Butler, right?
You guessed it.
Wow, well, if she thinks that you're an old man at 32, I can't imagine what she must think of the married man she's dating right now.
Oh boy. Does that mean...
You guessed it. The investigation is still kind of ongoing, but I can confirm with full confidence that all the rumors are 100% accurate.
Well, looks like we have all we need.
All that we need and more.
Then I suppose it's time to make our move.
Oh, this is getting really exciting. Travis, what's the meaning of this? You've got a lot of explaining to do. I told the HR director to process your termination, but when I opened an envelope sent to me from his desk today, I wasn't expecting your pink slip. It was mine?
Why do you seem so surprised? The fact that you're texting me to complain about this right now would imply that you've at least seen the recent HR department announcement.
Well, yes, I saw it, but it doesn't make any sense. Why are you the new head of the corporate HR department? I mean, what happened to the previous director?
The same thing that's happening to you right now, Ms. Butler. He's been terminated.
Terminated?
I don't think I need to explain why a senior manager and former HR director having an extramarital affair together would lead to this outcome, Ms. Butler.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is that so? Well, regardless, we've been investigating the two of you.
You can't be serious.
It's bad enough that you personally sought out an affair with a married man, but to make matters far worse, the former HR director then used his position within the company to give professional favors to you, his mistress.
I knew that's what this was all about. You think that a woman could never make it in the business world without sleeping with her boss.
Ms. Butler, I've worked with, under, and above many talented women in my career, and after working with you for all this time, I can say with confidence that you are not one of them.
You wouldn't know talent if it came up and slapped you in the face. You think I was promoted illicitly? Well, what about yourself? How did a low-level employee like yourself all of a sudden get promoted to HR director? Which one of your bosses are you sleeping with,
I was an assistant director before, so I was already just one promotion away from the position.
You were the assistant HR director at your age?
I skipped college and started working right after high school, so I have a substantial leg up on people in my age group in years of experience. It also probably has something to do with the fact that I've been with this company since it was founded.
You joined this company straight out of high school?
Yep. My family's circumstances made it difficult for me to go to college, so I'd already planned on not going. With a bit of luck, I managed to earn the respect of the current company president, so he brought me into the company, and, well, the rest is history.
Hold on just 1 minute. If you were really such a promising employee, then why on earth were you shipped off to the Fieldsburg branch? Everyone knows that's where the company sends all the people who they can't fire to keep the damage they cause to a minimum. Think about it, everyone calls it the graveyard branch. Once you go there, you never come back. They just wait for you to retire or quit, whichever comes first.
Yes, that's exactly what sort of place it is. Which is why all the other main office employees who were bitter that despite my age and lack of a college education, I was on a first-name basis with the president, were so happy when I was transferred there. For them, this was a sign that their constant hazing, bullying, and harassment had finally paid off. I can imagine their shock when I became the first employee in the company's history to return to the main office from the graveyard branch.
How? What sort of trick did you pull to make that happen?
It's true that the Fieldsburg branch has been treated as the end of the line for tenured employees that the company doesn't know what to do with, and that reputation is precisely why I was sent over there. The board of directors has been working on a plan to turn the Fieldsburg branch from a liability to an asset for years, and they came up with the idea to send me over there to work on ongoing employee training and working environment improvement. It took a lot of time and effort, but after a few months, I managed to finally make some tangible, positive changes there. And when I say a lot of effort, I mean a lot of effort. So much so that by the end of my time there, I was so exhausted that I ended up having a health episode that took me 3 whole weeks to recover from. So, while my return was delayed by that slightly, I finally succeeded in my mission and have made my pre-planned return to the main office.
But I didn't hear anything about that initiative.
Oh, and by the way, when I came back to work, the company president made a special request of me.
From the president himself?
First, it was to find out whether the rumors of you having an affair with the former HR director were true, and once that was confirmed, to investigate whether your mysteriously rapid rise through the ranks to senior manager was a result of that affair. And now that my investigation on both points has been completed and my report submitted, the two of you have each received your well-earned punishments.
Oh, this can't be happening. Are you saying that you've been watching me ever since you came back to the main office?
That's precisely what I'm saying, yes.
I had no idea.
And with that, I've said all I had to say, and since you seem to have finally come to understand the situation, I'll go ahead and take my leave here. Enjoy the rest of your day, Ms. Butler.
Wait, but this means that it's now public knowledge that I was cheating on my husband. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, very bad. What am I gonna do if my husband finds out? Oh, you're not gonna tell him, are you? Travis? Travis!
Ms. Butler's behavior was utterly shocking for a married woman. Naturally, both Ms. Butler and the former HR director were divorced by their respective spouses, and they broke off their relationship as well. Also, since they had kept their illicit affair going for around 5 years, their spouses were awarded tremendous damages during the divorce proceedings. Furthermore, since the two of them were fired for cause, they both lost their pensions. Combined with the child support payments they now had to pay to their spouses as a result of losing custody of their children, they both had to take on a tremendous amount of debt. Word of their actions spread through the region, making it impossible for either of them to find a new job at the same pay grade they were at before. They had no choice but to take hourly wage positions at local businesses. This was the event that sparked the great spring cleaning of the company by the father of my fiancée, the company's president. What's more, he's been telling me lately that he wants to pass the reins of the company on to me after he retires. It really is an honor to have him think so highly of me. I had nothing when he brought me into the company, and now I have a home, a family, and a future secured, all thanks to him. I intend to work as hard as I can to live up to his high expectations.